Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new episode of the League of Myths series. This is a scheduled upload because I am currently at PAX East. But either way, I hope you guys will enjoy this episode, and if you do, don't forget to hit the like button. But let us go right into the first myth. This one is asking, what happens if a Yasuo tries to ult another Yasuo that's already using his ultimate? Now the reason this one is quite interesting is because in order for Yasuo to ult a target, that target has to be in the air. So then if Yasuo ults that target that's in the air, doesn't that technically make Yasuo in the air as well? Or as League of Legends likes to call it, airborne. Which begs the question, can Yasuo B ult Yasuo A that's in the air, ulting another target, technically being airborne? But as it happens, unfortunately that is not the case. Even though he's flying in the air and attacking Katarina, he's not actually considered to be airborne. Alright, but what if Yasuo actually finally uses his third Q, the Tornado, on the Yasuo A that's in the air, ulting the Katarina? I mean, even though he is already in the air, will my Tornado this time actually consider him to be airborne in the code? And I could follow up with my ultimate. And that is exactly what happens, but if you notice, the High Noon Yasuo was still able to finish the full channel of his ultimate on the Katarina, even though I was using my ultimate on him halfway through his ultimate. The second myth is asking, what if a black shielded target tries to jump over Azir's ultimate? For people unaware, in the previous episode of the series, we found out that Morgana with a black shield standing still will have the soldiers go right through her as they are still coming out of Azir, but if they're already stationary, Morgana with a black shield cannot walk right through them, she has to go around. But what if we were to go in between, so a Tristana jumping over Azir's ultimate with black shield? And you can see it is very much possible, but if you take a closer look, one of the soldiers still tried to push her away, but the black shield made it impossible. And it's kind of a for fun test if you're unaware, you can actually jump over the soldiers as long as you're jumping from behind them, not in front of them. The third myth is asking, what is the interaction with Skarner and Kalista ultimates? So in the first test case scenario, we have Skarner on the enemy team. I binded myself to the Mundo, and as the Skarner ults him, I'm able to pop my ultimate, drag the Mundo right out of Skarner's grasp, and completely save him. But the slightly more interesting one is when I have Skarner on my team, and as he ults a Zillion, I'm able to instantly drag him into my ultimate, and you see that the channel on his ultimate never cancels, and it drags him as far as possible. And just to show a very slight modification, what if Skarner doesn't instantly jump out of my ultimate? Nothing big changes, but this time again the Zillion is flown right to me because of Skarner. On to the fourth myth, can Mejai's lose its stacks twice when you die with a Yorick ultimate? So for this myth I found a lot of threads stating that if you die twice, once by yourself and once through Yorick's ultimate, you lose your Mejai stacks both times. And thanks to someone's submission, we're putting this one to the test. So I'm playing the best build NA, APZ, and I have 8 stacks, and the first time I die, it of course goes right down to 4. But as I revive once again thanks to Yorick's ultimate for a few seconds, I die once again thanks to Vayne and the tower, but my stacks remain at 4. So I did a bit more reading on this so-called bug, and people are saying that the Yorick ultimate has to simply expire. So we decided to test this one more time, but instead of killing me, we let the Yorick ultimate just simply expire. But once again, you see the stacks went from 8 to 4 initially, and they remained at 4 when I died from Yorick's ultimate. Seems like they might have fixed this issue. And the final myth of this episode, can Kalista pull someone out of Yasuo's ultimate, or Yasuo while he's using the ultimate? So in the first test case scenario, I have the Yasuo on my team that's gonna get ulted by the enemy Yasuo. And as it happens, I will drag him right out with my ultimate, and as it happens, you see the enemy Yasuo start the animation, didn't actually deal the damage with his ultimate, and it cancelled prematurely. But swapping things around, this time my Yasuo will be ulting the enemy Yasuo. Let's see if the same thing happens. As he knocks him up and ults him, I pop my ultimate, bring him right back into me. You can see I technically cancelled the animation on my Yasuo, however the enemy Yasuo still stayed up in the air and took the full damage. Alright guys, that is it for this episode of League of Myths. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, submit a myth in the comments below, or tweet at Redmercy LOL, and you'll have a chance to be featured in the next episode. I also recommend checking out the previous episodes of this series and my other videos as well. But as usual, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you for the next video. Peace.